Hello guys, welcome to government class, and today we are going to see the last principle we are going to discuss on the principles of democratic government. All right, and that is representative government. Representative, even from the word alone, you should know the meaning. Okay, it means that what citizens elect representatives to go make laws and policies for them. All right, so you go, you queue during election, you vote for somebody to go and represent you, okay, either as a president, according to in Nigeria practices what a representative government, okay, so it could be for presidency, could be for governorship, could be for the Senate House or the National Assembly, the senator or House of Representative. All right, so that is that for that. So that is what representative government, okay, when you elect leaders, different from direct government, where people where the citizens themselves make decisions for themselves. Okay, in direct government, all right, you are going to have a very, very small community. Okay, so please do not forget that this tutorial, these episodes, are brought to you by the O3 Schools application. Okay, if your goal, some people have messaged me and said, please, I've written JAMB 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. I've seen somebody that wrote JAMB 7 and 8 times before. But it is not your portion, okay? I don't blame them, because probably they were not taught well. Probably they do not have this opportunity that you're having now. Please get the O3 Schools application. Everything you need to succeed is on that app. Is it past question for all your subjects? Is there? There's a classroom with updated syllabus, with lecture notes. Okay, you do not need any textbook. Okay, there are flashcards, there are video lessons you can watch offline. You can even create a timetable, all right, and finish your syllabus in record time. You can say you want to finish your syllabus in 3 months. The app will create a timetable for you, and you'll be following the topics on the application. All right, the question search feature, you can search for question on any topic, and then all the questions that JAMB or WAEC has ever set will come out for you to answer. Okay, there are very, very wonderful performance analysis, result history, and performance analysis. You can see your result history, you can view your corrections after taking a particular test. All right, and then you can participate in mock exam also in real time. That means you are starting the same time with everybody that's writing JAMB exam. Every Saturday, you come to the app, you compete, you start the same time, end the same time, see your result the same time, then reward will be shared. Okay, it's not, you get rewarded for learning. That means that the amount you are spending to activate your app, you can get it back if you are a serious person. Okay, so please ensure that you get the app immediately. Do not be stingy to yourself. I don't have money. Be there, don't be playing, be fooling yourself. Okay, because when you eventually have it, you will not regret why you did not pay it then. All right, so please, you have parents, you have friends, you have brothers, you are a serious person. Please, I need money to activate this app. There's no way they will not give you. Please be serious with yourself. All right, I wish you all the best. All right, get the app, activate it, and that is the way you can get full benefit for the application. Okay, so now a representative government, to say it's a system of government in which the people elect individuals. Okay, so we are the one that elect these individuals to represent us and make decisions on our on our behalf. Okay, that's why they'll say election don't they come, or you carry your voter's card, you queue on the line, and then people will vote for you. All right, we vote for their representatives. Sorry, you vote for their representatives. Okay, so a representative government, again, is a system of government in which the people elect individuals to represent them and make decisions on their behalf. Okay, so instead of all citizens governing directly, which is what we see in direct government, okay, in direct government, okay, so instead of all citizens governing directly, they choose representatives through through elections. Okay, so we see people governing themselves directly in direct government, and that you see this one in very small communities, not in large states. Small communities, not in large states. It cannot work. Okay, everybody cannot be leading. Okay, in a very, very when population is so much, there's so many states, or the state is so much. All right, so in small communities you see direct government, but in very large communities, in large societies, okay, you see representative government. Okay, so but how does this representative government work? Okay, number one, citizens will we queue up and they will vote during elections. How does it work? Okay, how does it work? Okay, number one, citizens, we vote during elections. Okay, so when they vote, all right, the person that pulled the highest number of votes will now become the representative. So the citizens will choose their representatives, okay? And then the representatives now go and what? Make laws and policies, okay? For what? For the people, okay? Representatives now what? Make laws and policies for the people, okay? So now, examples of representatives, we have what? Your president, okay? Your governors, okay? Your what? Senators, House of Reps, members of parliament, okay? House of Assembly, okay? That is for your Senate and House of Reps. Okay, so your Senate and House of Representatives, these are what? All representative of government, your president, your governor, members of the parliament, House of Assembly, okay? House of Assembly or National Assembly, rather, National Assembly, not House, National what? Assembly, that is what? Your Senate and House of Reps, okay? So this is how it works. So we vote during elections, we choose our representatives. The representatives now go and make laws on our behalf, all right? So this is how it works. I hope it's clear. Please, we have discovered that many of you do not support us. You don't even come on to like video. It's difficult for you. Very, very bad, okay? You cannot watch this, gain so much knowledge and not like video. Like the video, please. Leave everything you are doing and like the video, because liking the video will make other students easily find this video. And you know, make other people pass. And so you be. Please like the video, okay? And of course, comment, drop a good comment, all right? Drop a good comment, all right? And of course, just say, thank you, Master T. We love the way you teach. You know, something simple like that, all right? And then also, subscribe to the channel, copy the link of the video, share to your friends, to your loved one, all right? So now let us see features of representative government. So when it comes to representative government, what do we see? What are the characteristics, okay? Number one, you see that word leaders. They are elected by the people, okay? Very simple. Features. Okay, number one, leaders are elected by the people. All right? So leaders are elected by the people, and then what? The representative now go and what? Now go and make laws, okay? For what? For them. All right? So number two, government will act on behalf of citizens. Government acts on behalf of citizens, all right? Then you see that what? Periodically, elections will be held, isn't it? You see that every 4 years, your tenure has expired, so we'll go again. So in case the person you voted for before is not representing you well, you will remove him. Many of you are very stubborn. Somebody is not doing well, okay, but because he has shared rights for you, all right, you will what? You will vote for him again. That's why I say, I'm know too much. Okay, so the essence of periodic election is so that what? Is so that we can be able to what? Change the underperforming leaders or representatives, and then we'll choose new leaders that what? That will chart our course. Okay, so that is that. So number three, periodic elections are held. Periodic elections are held. Okay, then number four, we have representatives are what? Accountable. There's accountability. Representatives are accountable to the people. All right, then of course, you see that what? Rule of law is respected. All right, rule of law is respected. That's another feature. Number five, rule of law is respected. Okay, so these are what the features of what? Of representative government. Okay, leaders are elected by the people. Government acts on behalf of citizens. Periodic elections are held. Representatives are accountable to the people, and rule of law is respected. Now let us see advantages. The advantages of what? Of rule of law. All right, advantages. Okay, so there are advantages. All right, so you see that what? Rule of law. I said rule of law. Representative government encourages what? Democracy. Okay, it it encourages what? Democracy. All right. So the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, because you see that what now? Now we they choose our leaders. We vote for them. Okay. So number one, it's what? Encourages democracy. Okay. And then we now have what? We can exercise our franchise. Citizens will what? Will vote during election. Okay. It's another advantage. Number two, citizens vote during elections. Okay. And also it promotes accountability. Okay. It promotes accountability because the representatives were chosen by us. So they have to be accountable to the people. So it promotes accountability. Promotes accountability. All right. And also, representative government, like I said, is suitable for what? For large societies. Okay. For large states. All right. So it's suitable for large states or what? Population, because everybody cannot be leading in a very, very large population. All right. There will not be decorum. Okay. So that is what number 4. Then number 5, protect citizens' rights. Protects citizens' rights. So citizens' rights are what? Are protected. Okay, that's a big advantage of all representative of government. Okay, because before they went there are already rules. Okay, there's equality before the law also, and many other things. Okay, so before they go there, before they got to that office, they could not have even gone there without the people. So you see that what? There's what? Protection of what? Of the citizen, what? Right. We give them the mandate. Okay. So it's also what reduces what? Direct political tension. It reduces direct political tensions among what? The citizens. Okay. It reduces direct political tensions among the citizens. These are advantages that we get from what? From representative government. Okay. Encourages democracy. Citizens vote during elections, promote accountability, suitable for large states, protect citizens' rights, reduces direct political tension. Now let us see disadvantages. Disadvantages, okay? Disadvantages, let us see disadvantages, okay? So your representatives may neglect the people. The first thing that you vote them, go there, no means they go do what they say make you do. Okay, they can neglect the people. It's very, very possible. So representatives, that's a disadvantage. Okay, representatives may neglect the people. Okay, and then number 2, corruption may occur. Okay, somebody will never see money before. Go vote and say you can't see funds. You go be king chop. Go your interest, no concern again. Personal interest is such. All right. Then number 3, elections may be manipulated. Elections may be manipulated. Okay, may be manipulated to favor a particular candidate who does not care about the interest of the people. All right. So that's another major disadvantage. All right. And then decision making may be slow. Decision making may be slow. It's another disadvantage. And then number 5, some groups may pursue some reps or some groups. Some reps may pursue personal interests, okay, over public interests. All right, so these are disadvantages. So representatives may neglect the people. It's a disadvantage of representative government. Corruption may occur. Elections may be manipulated. Decision making may be slow. Some reps may pursue personal interests over public interest. So I've seen features, I've seen advantages, I've seen disadvantages. If you like this video, comment, subscribe to the channel, share the link of the video to your friends and loved ones, please. Now let us see the difference between representative government and direct government. Okay, so like we say in representative government, we are electing our representatives to go and represent us, to make laws for us, all right, to govern us, to preside over us. But in direct government, which is suitable for very small communities, they make their decision. Citizens make their decision themselves. Okay, so for representative government, representative. Okay, this one is direct. Okay, so in representative, citizens, they elect what? Leaders themselves. Okay, but in this one, all right, citizens make decision themselves. The citizens make decisions themselves. All right, and then of course, for representative is suitable for large states. Okay, this one is usually suitable for what? For small communities, for small communities. All right, so it is suitable for small communities. This one is suitable for what? For large states. Okay, yeah, decisions are what? Made by the what? The representatives. Okay, the policies, decisions are made by the representative. Yeah, decisions are made directly by the citizens. Okay, so that is the difference between representative government and direct government. Please take note of that. Okay, so this is where we're going to what? We're going to end in representative government and our class on our study on what? On principles of democratic government. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for learning, and thank you for liking. Thank you for copying the link of the video and sharing it to your friends. Thank you for downloading the O2 Schools application and activating it for your own success. And thank you for everything. Master T loves you. I'll see you in the next class where we'll talk about another topic. See you there.